Coming up on Double Take Sports Talk, 5 good minutes with the Watts brothers. We are going to go over fantasy information, injuries that you need to know for your fantasy for week 2. We will have your injury reports coming up next. All right, 5 good minutes. Double Take Sports Talk with the Watts brothers. Welcome to the show. Darren here. On the other side of me is Daryl Watts. Say hello to Daryl Watts today.
All right.
Just in case if anybody didn't know before we start this show, Alfred Morris got released from the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's been all over, and he don't like the fact that he got released from the Dallas Cowboys. So if you got him on your fantasies, you might want to bench him or just plainly flat out get rid of him because he's on free agency.
Yeah, just like one C.J. Spiller.
Yeah, he did not like that he was on free agency. They released him. I believe I read that right. I believe I did. Let me make sure I read this right before I go and jump the gun here.
And if he did, C.J. Spiller said the same thing. The only difference was that he didn't see it coming.
Okay, yeah, I see. I don't even see this coming because I have no idea what I just did with it already. I'm going to say, oh, here it is. Let me make sure I got this right.
You never know around here.
Actually, you know what? Sorry, he's not released. He was released by the Washington Redskins, but plays for the Dallas Cowboys. He did not get released. I repeat, he did not get released. I read that wrong, just like how it is at 12:17 in the morning. I always read it wrong. He did not get released. He was just talking about his release when he got released from the Washington Redskins. That's my apology. My apologies. Do not get rid of him. If you're got him on your fantasies, do not get rid of him. You will need him. You will need him.
That right.
Okay, today we're going to talk about the injury reports, updated injury reports, mainly specifically for the Thursday night game. So you want to get a piece of paper and a pencil ready, get ready for your information for injuries reports. You ready to do this?
That's right.
5 good minutes, start now. Okay, for the Buffalo Bills, Sammy Watkins is questionable for Thursday's game against the Jets, but he insists that sore foot would not keep him out of action. It was to keep him in action. Greg Salas and Marquise Goodwin would be most likely in his place if Sammy Watkins do not play. I don't know how good that would do for your fantasy at that point because I'm not really familiar with these two players. Left tackle Cody Glenn, he's out because of an injury of his ankle. At this time, he's just out indefinitely. We don't know how long he'll be out. And for the New York Jets, Muhammad Wilkerson and linebacker David Harris are questionable. So keep those two teams in mind as you go for your fantasies. Muhammad Wilkerson and David Harris for the New York Jets. Sammy Watkins for the Buffalo Bills. Greg Salas and Marquise Goodwin, they're most likely to start in his place and have some playing time. For the Miami Dolphins, Mario Williams, he is questionable. Concussion protocol, he's not medically cleared, and Cameron Wake would get more of his
Playing time.
Thank you. New England Patriots. Donta Hightower most likely will. He did not practice on Wednesday. Rob Gronkowski and Nate Schroeder. They missed the season openers because of their hamstrings. They were limited to practice. Do not know if they are going to play. It's questionable. They're most likely questionable. And for the Baltimore Ravens, Brashard Perriman, he's on the injury list. They did not. Oh, calf issue. Thank you so much. Keep reading. Calf issue, just minor. It just kept him sidelined Wednesday off practice. They're going to rely on Mike Wallace for the deep games, so keep that in mind for your fantasies. Linebacker Elvis Dumerville, he has a foot injury, will most likely not play. Zadarius Smith is also sidelined with an ankle injury. Cincinnati Bengals, Tyler Eifert, he will miss Sunday's game against the Steelers. His injury is not specific what it says, but he is out for Sunday. The Cleveland Browns, of course, Josh McCown is going to take over for RG3 as he is out for the season. He is through. He's done, so Josh McCown would take over his spot. So think about your fantasies. Don't start him. Don't even pick him up.
No.
Derek Kendrick, he is a backup safety. He is limited to practice by ankle. So keep that in mind. And the Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Ryan Sajar, he's missed Wednesday's practice with a knee injury. It's not serious, but they doubt that he will start. We will keep you updated on that also. Houston Texans, Brian Cushing, left tackle Dwayne Brown, they will not play Sunday. Chris Clark, tackle, will play in their place. The Indianapolis Colts, T.Y. Hilton is cleared to play. He will play. Start him if you got him. Robert Mathis did not practice with a foot injury. He hyperextended it, so he's wearing a protective boot. So that looked like to me,
look like he ain't playing.
He's not playing. Trent Cole would take his start if he do not play. Jacksonville, Chris Ivory got released from the hospital on Tuesday, but do not know if they're available for Sunday's game. The Tennessee Titans, Derek Morgan, with a left hamstring injury, he was out for practice, but it's a possibility he will start.
Yeah.
The Denver Broncos, Demaryius Thomas, treatment on his left hip. We talked about this a couple shows ago. Do not know if he's going to play. He was limited on reps.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Laurent Duvernay Tardif, high ankle sprain, unlikely to be available for Sunday's game against the Texans. The Oakland Raiders, Austin Howard. He will not. He fully practiced, may play. It don't even matter for your fantasy. San Diego, Joey Bosa, still got a hamstring injury. Do not know if he'll play. Dallas Cowboys, cornerback Orlando Sandry. He has an injury to his hamstring. Do not know if he's going to play. New York Giants, J.T. Thomas. I believe he's healthy to start for the Giants. The Philadelphia Eagles, Zach Ertz is suspected to start with a rib displacement. No, I'm sorry, he's going to be sidelined with a rib displacement, so forget him. Washington Redskins, Chris Baker, the defensive end, was limited to practice. Do not know if he will start for the Chicago Bears. Quarterback, Kyle Long, I don't know what position he played. He's definitely out. Detroit Lions has DeAndre Levy missing practice. Do not know if he'll start. Green Bay has Sam Shields with a second concussion that's not cleared. Matt Canal for the Minnesota Vikings. He is have a hip injury. Do not know if he'll start. Julio Jones and Mohamed Sanu for the Atlanta Falcons. Their two top receivers have ankle injuries. Do not know if they will start on Sunday. They say he will be fine, but do not know they're going to start. Jonathan Stewart showed up with an injury reported with the sprained ankle. Do not know if he will start. And cornerback Delvin Breyu, he's going to be a loss. He's going to be gone for 6 weeks. And you can check more of this out on ESPN.com. They have their list of injuries if you would like to take a look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our 5 minutes. Thank you for listening to the show.
All right, you can check us out on the social media side. Listen to more of our podcasts. You follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at The Watch Brothers. Subscribe on YouTube and also subscribe to our podcast on the podcast app featuring iTunes. Of course, we got the blog featuring critical thinking and analysis. You can check that out at doubleTakeSportsTalk.blogspot.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, from Darren, that girl on the other side of me, catch up with us on another episode of Double Take Sports Talk, 5 good minutes with the Watch Brothers. Until then, ciao.